And we're continuing with the Ogre. So the group stage continues, everybody. The Spin 2 Win Cup. Over on the left side, we got Kara for the Murlocs on Kelthas. We got Dwergman on Rexa. Wookie on Janna. Mata is playing Orphea, and we got Isnes and Morales. And finally, for the Ogre, we actually have a question answered. People were asking just the other day if the Vikings can actually also be randomly assigned to a team. And here's your answer. Sergeant Hader with the Vikings, Serena with Liming, we got Vazimir on Muradin, Kazim on Medivh, and Lily played by Askari. That is quite the combo that they're playing here. Now, if you're looking at that draft and you're like, what the hell were they thinking? The answer is pretty simple. They weren't thinking anything. They went to a website and they spun a wheel for every single role within the team and got randomly a hero assigned to it. That's why it's called the Spin to Win Cup, and RN Jesus was not with them. Medivh already falls. You're at least guaranteed to have a front line, back line, and a healer, but this is obviously gonna get a bit wild. Medivh gets instantly killed by the Murlocs, who have to rely, on the other hand, on a double mage damage setup, which is also not all too common, but oh my god! Kelthas, he hates the Vikings! They're spreading the bombs and they're just getting crushed. So, everything is getting absolutely murdered over here. We now have, at the same time, the red team starting to rotate around a bit in the hopes to, of course, stabilize, but that early game... yeah, didn't really go that amazing for them. Can they turn this? I mean, again, it's way too early to even tell if they have a problem here, but we'll see what happens. Now, at this point, we have top side already, Dwergman in position. He's gonna act here together with Rexa, with Misha, to try and keep the Vikings at bay. And down at the bottom of the map, the party continues, as it seems that we are having a little bit more of a fight going on with, I mean, a full 4-man, Medivh barely making it out, gathering a couple of stacks for his baseline. What surprises me, honestly, is the way that the Vikings are currently being used. I think that there is no real Vikings player on the sides of the Ogres. Because we have all the Vikings on one lane right now. You normally don't see that, so... that makes me immediately suspicious. Again, you're not guaranteed to get a hero here that you actually know how to play. You can still swap some things around, but seeing all the Vikings on one lane, that's already a pretty huge red flag, if you ask me. And when you look over to what the blue team is doing, they seem to be extremely comfortable with the composition that they're playing. They're doing well, they get the camp, they got actually one camp and now moved straight in to steal the camp of the opponent away too. And they get it with ease. So all three camps at the bottom of the map are likely going to end up in the hands of the Murlocs. The Murlocs have hands? What do they actually have? What is this? Fins? Are those fins, or do they actually have hands? Like webbed fingers? Is there a word for webbed fingers specifically? They have whatever that is. So yeah, let's just go with hands for now. But anyways, top side now, Rexa, he's also doing okay against the Vikings. I mean, honestly, I have a couple of stomach pains when I look at this, because from my point of view, the Ogre are doing exceptionally well. Sorry, the Ogre are struggling, and the Murlocs are doing exceptionally well. The Ogres have some issues with Medivh, who gets murdered and loses all of his stacks, and with the Vikings. Oi, 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 oi. By the way, as we're continuing this, I want to give a huge shout out actually to all of the people who support the channel on Patreon. So guys, again, if you want to support this for more Heroes of the Storm content, more tournaments to be hosted in the future as well, and just join the Save HOTS movement there, you can go to patreon.com/Khaldor and support the channel there. Always get asked what's the best way to support it. That's actually it. And a huge thank you to everybody who does already. So thank you very, very much if you're one of the supporters. Eric and Balog are not getting support though. They are now getting killed at the top fairly easily. The blue team is going for the objective. Down here, they're controlling Muradin. I have no idea what Muradin is doing here. I have no idea what half the heroes do on the lane that they're currently in. They have completely given up on the topside objective. Only their side laners were initially at least there. But Muradin now moving from the bot lane up towards the top very, very late. I just feel that they're falling a little bit apart here. They seem to be in a very awkward spot where just like, yeah, we don't really, like, this is weird. Normally when you have the Vikings, what you want to do right now, you want to keep the Vikings on the bot and the mid lane, just soak up the experience, get your team to an early level 7, which is obviously already way past where we are. And the blue team has not only a talent advantage, or had it, but we have them with 5 kills to 0. One of the reasons why Murky was a bit late is because they wanted to have the extra XP, but that should have been the job of the Vikings. And now that they're on 28 to 20 stacks, the blue team should be able to roll this. But then something like this happens, and they're starting to lose Orphea, and now also the position on the point. Rexa and Kelthas are both at the bottom of the map, and I only have to ask one thing. Why? Why are you here? Why did Johanna just die at the top? Why did 3 heroes die instead of you just taking the objective? This is a frozen Punisher. That was an easy grab for you, and you threw it away for a mercenary camp? What? You had them on the ropes already, and they're still behind by 1 level, and you just decided, nah, let's make it exciting. At least they baited over the wall. Huge shout out here to Mata. Orphea, great job. Getting that pull was important. That was a really nice one. Frozen Punisher, again, still quite powerful. They will still take damage here, but at least that was a great pull over the wall. Yeah, gets hit by the Punisher a moment later, but at least they locked the level 10 abilities in. They have the added advantage of getting experience from the bot lane, of course, where the blue team is. In this case, I also have to ask, what exactly are the Ogres currently doing? I understand that they want to push at the top, but they still need to send someone down here to deal with this. Vikings, the Vikings need to be split. We have, by the way, on level 10, Medivac, so we could see some backdoor shenanigans from them. Nothing too insane, they're lacking the composition for that, but you could still try and use that to play around your opponent a bit and make a move there. Now, with the bottom 4 taking damage, it's now a really weird situation, because it was amazing for the red team when they got the objective. It started to fall apart a bit when they didn't do enough damage with it, and when they didn't send anybody down to the bottom of the map to deal with the heroes that were pushing there. So, when all is said and done, the red team, the blue team got actually more out of this than the red team. Their 4 at the top is more hit points than the 4 down here, and this wall will fall now. Or could fall. So, this is a weird one. There's definitely some questionable decisions that were made by both teams in that first objective. So both of them were struggling with a few of these moments. Talking about struggling, we have now Longboat plus Muradin with Haymaker. At this point, I'm pretty much 100% certain that they don't have a Vikings player. And I'm not ripping on Sergeant Hater here. Again, this is an RNG tournament. You're getting a hero assigned to you. Somebody has to play it. But you can tell that he keeps them together all the time. He's not comfortable splitting them on multiple lanes. That's a problem, especially when you're going up against Kelthas. There's also lots of talents missing that we normally have here. I mean, jump is absolutely necessary when you're trying to dodge out on some of those living bombs. And him going for the longboat is another indicator that he's not really comfortable with the hero. So they're trying to do their best with the composition that they've been given. And to be fair to them, they won the first objective. But the blue team has therefore a lot of weaknesses that they can now try and exploit. But they lose Kelthas. Kelthas is gone. Well, the portal plays here. I'm not quite sure if Kazim is playing Medivh or Whole Lot either, but right now... Well, I take it back. Great ley line. Great ley line. Just unfortunately for him, no follow-up. But that would have been amazing if there were a few damage dealers around at that moment. Now they're trying to get the kills here. Lily with another quick ult. But the blue team is still ahead in experience. And not just by a little bit, by more than a level. Which means, of course, that you're going to get that level 13 talent. And I want to see what they're doing with Medivac. Whenever that's taken, I am intrigued how well they can use it. Rexa getting us the camp at the top. I haven't seen a longboat in a long time. I think the Murky Cup is where 1 or 2 teams actually went for the bounty. But outside of that, I really haven't seen it, so I'm not sure. We'll see, we'll see. I mean, at this point, we have Muradin jumping in and hitting a storm ball full on into Kelthas' face, which sends him immediately to the dentist. That's a smile only a professional can fix. Lily, talking about getting fixed, she gets killed. So that's one panda gone. Yeah, looking for adventure and found plenty of it. But now that push continues, Blessed Shield is out and Mirrodin is down. Mirrodin got murdered. He's gone. I don't understand what I'm looking at here. What is happening? What did I just watch? What happened there? Please tell me that there was actually a fight initially and that he didn't just use the longboat for the camp. He must... Rexa, I think, was taking the camp. Vikings came in, used the longboat. Rexa moved back and then re-engaged. Please tell me that's what happened. Anything else, I will not accept. 2-level advantage now for the blue team. The Vikings got drunk. That's what happened. The Vikings just got drunk. That's clearly what went on here. Now we got the Nordic attack squad. 2 forts are now destroyed on the red team side, and we are half a level away before the Murlocs are gonna hit level 16. And they have control over the objective already. They're sitting at 20 stacks. Yeah, the red team just... No, they can't bring this back. The Ogres will not win this one. I just refuse to believe that the blue team is willing to give this one up now. The quest, by the way, on Medivh is completed. So just as a side note, Medivh was able to complete his quest. So kudos to him. Nicely done. Kazim now with the vision here. Sets the ley line up for the team. Let's see if they can do something with it. Here's the ley line. They need to rely on Li Ming getting resets and kills. This is really the only way. She is the main damage dealer. I have no real clue what Morales is currently doing, but okay. I swear everybody got drunk before this game. The longboat is in. Yes, value. Longboat value. Kelthas is dead. Mirrodin is down too. And the Vikings are still just singing, drinking, and throwing stuff at people. But the Arcane Passenger has already been taken. Vikings are getting absolutely shredded here. All of them are dead. You need jump. But, yeah, Serena got resets. At least a few. And now it still has to run out. So the Vikings, yeah, they do their thing. Over here, Lily gets attacked as everybody is pushing... Or, well, everybody will push to the middle. Currently, it's only the Punisher and Johanna. But they are going for that keep now. That game 1 in this series is seriously funny. This is when RNG goes wrong. This is essentially what happens. I think the red team has been very unlucky given their assumed preferences for heroes. Li Ming and Orphea have essentially the same damage right now. Yeah, that keep might fall. That catapult could take the keep out. And Morales... No, take the catapult out, please! Please! Kill the catapult! No! Why? Just why? What is going on here? If you would tell me that they are playing a series in which every single kill you have to take a shot and it's game 3, I would believe you. But this is the first map. What's happening here? Morales is dead. Oh, the Vikings are dying. No, Li Ming is dead too. Ah, Kelthas is gone. Oh my god, Medivh outplayed them like a champ. Kazim, Medivh main confirmed. Look at him. He outplayed them like a fucking champ. Look at this. He's essentially dead, moves away from Kelthas, gets a kill on him, and then turns it around, moves in again, wreaks more havoc, and then he runs away. It is so damn good. I don't know if I love or if I hate this game. Guys, what do you think? Do we love it or do we hate it? Definitely let me know. I mean... It's insane. Li Ming has diamond skin. Illusionist into diamond skin for Li Ming now. Alright. And at least we have Largen in charge. Largen in charge came through. So that's the thing. Now we have stuns. Just wait for the Augurs to win the game now. Oh my god, imagine that for a second. I mean, currently it really feels like it's just a matter of time until the blue team wins it, right? There's a couple of really interesting moves back and forth, but like generally speaking, if you would have to bet money on this game right now, you would say, okay, blue team takes it. So let's see if the red team can turn this, because I can see it. If they can get some stuns from the Vikings. Shrine is coming up. There's the ley line. Yeah, Fear was for Mephisto. He's still fine. That's immediately. Oh, the ship. But no! Medivh and Murden are both dead. The longboat didn't do enough. How much damage do the Vikings actually have? The Vikings are sitting at 23,000. They have the same damage as Lily. And now they're all getting punished. If the blue team goes away and goes for the shrine now, then I'm going to lose my shit here. Take the keep down, then you can go back. But not without the keep. Alright, so take the keep, go get the thingy, and then you go and try and go for the core. 55,000 damage for Liming. They go for core directly, not even going for the shrine. Yeah, let's see. 13 seconds for Medivh. Same for Murden. Okay, Lily is dead. Yeah. Let's go. We're not playing this one safe. Okay, game number 1. The Murlocs are gonna take it. Let's see if the Augurs can bring it back. Unless, of course, they defend now. Hello? Morales is dead, okay. No, 30%. They can't stop this. They cannot. They cannot stop this. Game number 1, the Murlocs take it on Infernal Shrines, everybody. This is going to be a good series. We're heading straight into game number 2.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Crazy game number 1, and clearly some players got heroes that they usually don't play. Now we're on the second map, and it got a bit scarier even when it comes to team compositions. We're now on Towers of Boom! And on the left side, the Murlocs in the lead currently in the series with Kara on Falstead. We got Dwergman on Zarya. Wookie is playing deck at Kane. We got Mata on Murky, and Isnes on Stitches. On the right side, Sergeant Hader, this time with Rexa, but Serena is playing Nova, player killer number 1, there we go. Get those snipes ready. Vazimir is playing Malfurion for the team, we got Kazim on Mephisto, and Askari is playing Tyrael. Honestly, I like it, Broccoli. Vengeful Roots, he's going full Broccoli on us. Get those stacks, baby. What I want to see immediately when I see this composition, and I can only imagine that everybody that is absolutely old school that sees this right now has exactly the same thought. Judgment and Orbital Strike from Nova. That's what we need here. The good old sniper comp. Judgment in, get that orbital going, and just murder them. Absolutely crush them. So, are we going to get that? You know, it's not even the bombardment. I might have the name wrong, but yeah, I know what I mean. So, Nova action after Judgment from Tyrael. That's what I want to see here. But what we are getting first, a couple of hooks, and the chicken is being murdered. Yep. Falstead is gone. Gets eliminated here. Isnes, careful. There's the second kill. Apparently the ogres are mad. I was mad the other day, by the way. I'm not quite sure if this is happening where you guys live. But this happened now a couple of times in Spain, and it absolutely infuriates me. Americans don't know what I'm talking about, probably. So we have a thing in Europe that's called roundabouts. And roundabouts are actually amazing. They're fantastic. They are great to keep traffic flowing. And here in Spain, I have all of a sudden people, and I'm not joking, that just park their car in a roundabout, turn on the warning lights, and then wait a couple of minutes because they are picking somebody up. In the middle of a roundabout! It's like, what the hell is happening? It's crazy to me. Instead of just driving past the roundabout and waiting at the side of the road, they're just parking their car in the middle of a roundabout. It's insane. Sometimes in Spain, I really just want to drag a driver out of the car and just shake him a little bit. It's absolutely bonkers. It's happening here more often than you would think. I lost my shit the other day. I was just like, you gotta be joking. So, yeah, generally speaking, roundabouts, incredible. Thank God for roundabouts. I hated all of those stupid traffic lights in the US at every single intersection, and over here it's glorious. It's flowing traffic, it's fantastic. But then you have some weird guy, whatever, driving to a roundabout and saying like, oh, I'm gonna park here. Talking about parking things, Serena's butt just got parked in the Nexus by Zarya, who gets the kill on Nova. Moonfire his ass, let's go. Falstad got the heal. Alright, alright. So, we have Animal Husbandry. Okay, somebody feels confident. Yeah, essentially what's happening here is that the player... Oh, Malfurion is dead too. Yeah, that hook towards the end was just a little bit too much for him to handle. So the blue team up... Oh. Okay, barely. Sergeant Hader thought in the last game, well, last game I controlled 3 heroes. I didn't do too badly. Now I have only 2. I'm not gonna die. Let's go for Animal Husbandry. So Murky with a quick channel at the top. Down at the bottom of the map. Yep, they get the second. So blue team walks away with easy 2 channels. It's 8 shots fired. And now while we have a little skirmish topside, the blue team has used the remaining heroes at the bottom of the map to go for structures. And Murky's gonna get away here. Yep, Murky just moves out. Give him the fish, baby. Yeah. Whoa, that was also close. 7 stacks for Broccoli. I love Broccoli. I really, really think this should be buffed into Oblivion. So, as you can see here, the damage gets increased by 7. Make it 15. That would teach them. Then everybody is going to be afraid of damage Malfurion. Now, you don't have to overdo it, but increase it, and then we'll see what happens. But damage Malfurion would be absolutely glorious. Currently sitting on 8 stacks. We'll see how that goes as he goes into the late game. Maybe gets a couple of setups also, if Tyrell really goes for Judgment, which I still would love. I would love these sniper comps that we've seen in the past, in previous iterations of the game. But on the other side, we now have Emerald after the Rejuvenation Potion. So Rejuvenation Potion for Deckard Cain. Malfurion gets wrecked. And Broccoli is still sitting at 8 stacks. It's a sad moment. They should rename Broccoli too. It's the Vengeful Roots. Oh my god, they're killing everybody. Stitches there towards the end. Obviously, we have Nova doing a lot of damage. They should call it like the Vegan Revenge or something. Like, Malfurion has to be a vegetarian, right? I mean, he's already looking like a tree himself or like a plant. So, if you have Broccoli there and Broccoli increases the damage, that's just Broccoli getting mad because people are eating meat. Something like that. It's the only explanation that you honestly can is satisfying here. Yeah, and he gets the Tenacious Roots now as well. Alright, come on, stack it up, my friend. Channel? No, we don't channel. We gotta stack. And when we channel, we can't stack. Drop them. Drop the roots. Malfurion needs to lay down the lawn. Yeah, gets one, and there's an immediate kill. Stitches is gonzo. Yeah, they're still controlling this really well down there, and at the end of the day, it's Nova that continues the channel and is most likely going to lock it in. On the damage numbers, I don't want to talk about Broccoli too much yet. Malfurion needs a little bit more time. He's already higher damage than Nova. There it is. You see it? Higher damage than Nova. Malfurion player killer number 1. Clearly, Broccoli best Broccoli. Actually, he's pretty high up there. Malfurion has more damage than any of the heroes on the blue team side. Yes! No! Precision Strike is in. I was talking Orbital earlier. That's the older Vatanus. And what we getting? Sanctification. Why are you doing this to me? Come on, embrace the memes, my friend. You can't give me that emotional roller coaster and then pick first Precision Strike and then all of a sudden you don't follow it up with Judgment. That's not cool. That's not how we do this here. You have to go for the big plays, for the meme plays. Where's the entertainment? Where's the fun? Where's the joy? Falstad is dead. Murky is dead. So that gives a lot of joy. And there's a dead Zarya. Joy to the world, I guess. Having level 10 abilities is a bit of an advantage, or so I've heard. So, yeah, blue team should have rethought that. Fighting against an opponent who has heroic abilities is always a pretty silly idea. And they went a bit too deep on this one. Now they got their own heroics. That gives us the Mighty Gust. Murky with the Octograb. Now they just need some follow-ups for it. And that bell tower conversion has already happened. Yeah, that hurts. 7 minutes in, bell tower is converted. Each team has 32 points on their core. And the blue team hasn't even taken all of their ults yet. Expulsion zone is ready. Actually, more so looking towards Stitches. Considering that they're Falstad and Gust, Gorge is the obvious choice here. I know that a lot of the teams like to play with Putic Bile, but if you have isolation with Gust already, they go for Putic Bile. I'm not quite sure if I really like that. Yes, you will hit Rexa's pet every now and then, but still, I think Gorge, Gust as a combo, isolating the target and then maybe even auto-grabbing it, might have been the play here. But either way, for now, they get one of the altars. They would love the second one, but Falstad is already dead. Precision strike with big damage. Huge hit that they just got there. Huge hit for them. Another quick hook is already out. Now they turn around Stitches, and Stitches and Zarya are both gone. That's 11 kills to 3. The Augurs got a little bit mad in the last game, didn't they? The Augurs got really angry. They're like, we're better than this. We can do much better than that. We're not gonna go quiet into the night. 27 to 29 on the stack count now on the core, but that 2-level advantage and a talent lead is probably a little bit too much for them to handle. I mean, that is a lot right now. Yeah, for sure. That is a huge gap to bridge. I mean, it's extending. That's what makes it even scarier. It's getting wider as we speak. Now, boss is still up. Can they get more control of the map? That's the next question. But as you can see, the Murlocs are... It's kind of funny, by the way, that the Murlocs have actually Murky and he didn't go for the Murlocs. That's a lost opportunity. Ask anyone. But it's kind of funny to me that they are struggling they're struggling really to get that bell tower back. They have Zarya, they have Deckard, they have quite a bit of sustain. But the damage, they're relying extremely on Zarya and Falstad to dish it out. And I suppose Murky to potentially set it up with an Octograb. But they are very much pinned down at the bottom of the map. And the red team is simply happy to defend that bell tower. There's the Gust. Can he get out? And the answer is yeah, yes, but he's still gonna die. So Tyrael goes down. Very risky play also by Falstad, who gets sniped by Nova as a thank you. Mephisto, he might actually fall here. Malfurion gets the heals through. Okay, they're fine. Use this Twilight Dream to get also a quick silence out, and that saved the day for Mephisto. So far so good. I mean, damage output, Malfurion's at 23,000, so Nova is about to take her rightful place in the pecking order with 31k, 34,000 for Mephisto, who's still a little bit ahead of her. But then you look over towards the blue team and nobody there can even hold a candle to the heroes on the red team side. They're struggling to get the damage connected. Stitches has the most with 20,000. Falstad is behind Zarya, behind Stitches. And then you look at Murky and Deckard Cain, and it's just sad. Now the old man that he hits like a wet noodle, that's still understandable. But there he is, the precision strike, and yeah, now he doesn't hit at all. So both of those altars will likely go over to the red team. And they might even be able to get a few more kills. Where's the... Yeah, he gets... Nicely done, Stitches. Nicely done. What? Okay, I'm not quite sure what exactly that sanctification was for. Maybe just to to like execute dominance, exude dominance, to be like, yes, I can waste my cooldown and it doesn't matter at all. Because at that point, Malfurion wasn't really in danger anymore. Either way, 70 kills to 5. They're getting the double connect. That's 10 shots fired. And that puts them down to 17 points on the core. 17 to 29. And now the only question is really, what's the follow-up from here? Just continuing the same playbook and holding onto the bottom bell tower? Are they trying to get another one in the middle of the top? Is a boss play something that they're considering currently? Because they have a 2-level lead still. More or less. Level 16 talents are ready for them. They have that talent advantage. They still hold on to it. So this is definitely doable. Super healing potion is in. Fish tank for Murky. Yeah, they still want the camp. Murky is there. They already sniffed that out. Okay. Who takes the camp? Seems like it's going to be the blue team. Precision strike. Octograb. Hook. And Falstad dies. Yeah, for a second I thought that Mephisto at least would fall. What about Tyrael? Yep, they can take Tyrael down. But Murky is now gone and Mephisto makes it. Kazim had some really close encounters in both of the games now, but he is just crushing it. We have 16 stacks for Malfurion on his level 1, so the roots are doing some damage. 2-level advantage is still more or less there, and they keep holding on to that bell tower advantage at the bottom of the map, with the next one spawning 3 altars. The next phase spawns 3 altars. And if they take a boss, if they get a couple of pumpkins connected, they could get very close to ending this game. They can definitely drop them into the single digits. Murky is gone as well. We got now Nova, top damage healer. Player killer number 1. Nova best, definitely. Only hero, by the way, that hasn't fallen yet at all. Mephisto. Yep. The aspect of hatred. So, the ancient evil. Now, that's the triple altar right there. They're giving up the middle immediately. They are trying to delay the top right. They have level 16 talents. Falstad is still at the bottom of the map. 3 shots are fired against 5, so now they're down to 12 points to 26. But they're giving up the top right too. So yes, they're going to be on single digits. And more damage is coming from Nova, who just shows no mercy. Precision strike after precision strike. Once 20 hits, her barrage is going to be there. But with 7 points on the core, you know you're in trouble. I mean, currently they could even just say, you know what, we're going to trade the boss for the bell tower, and then one single altar is going to win it for us. But they're still trying to maintain control. I still wish we had that judgment. Judgment here with precision strike. All day, every day. Would have loved to see that again. But it wasn't meant to be. Rexa is pushing in the middle of the map against Murky. Down here, the next hook comes in. Yep, the hook is through. And what about... No. Can't quite hit that here. So, 20-6 the kill count. 26 kills in this game. And there comes the play for Kara, but is able to get out. The hooks are not connecting for them. I like that there's immediately also a bit of a play from Deckard, who's always trying to follow up on these things, but they're just not connecting the hooks the way that they need to. Earlier they at least got Tyrael once, but he moved out. This is the second time that Falstad is now making that play, and they get 2 kills out of it. Malfurion, Nova are both dead. Zarya is lost too, but the altars spawn in 30 seconds, and they get the hook on Tyrael. No way! Are they turning this? 7 points to 26. Is this doable? It's all about late game momentum on this map. Always has been, always will be. So there is a chance that they're actually pulling this off. They're going to take the bell tower back. That's the first step. And they will take at a minimum 2 out of those altars. Because they're spawning in 4 seconds and 3 heroes are missing. They should get all 3. What am I talking about? There's only 1 there. The triple altar phase was the last one. Wah, wah. Can you pay attention, dude? What the hell? Oh my god, this Khaldor guy. Unbelievable. Crucify him. Get the pitchforks, ladies. So, yeah. Triple altar phase would have been what they were. I mean, they would have killed for triple altar phase here. That would have brought them back into the game. But it was a single altar. That pumpkin has an identity crisis. Am I a pumpkin? I don't want to die. I don't want to kill myself. No. I want to live. I'm not going to do it. You can't force me. And now he's dead anyways. They accomplished nothing. Nothing. At least he could have died for a cause. Oh, that's a disappointment. First, no 3 altars. Now a pumpkin that is just refusing to do his job. That's an F right there. He's going to get fired. They're taking the top bell tower. 20 talents are already in. That gives us the precision barrage as expected. But wild, a couple of wild things now towards the end of this one. Unless, of course, the Murloc's still turning around. But yeah, there's the sanctification. Murky goes the way of all Murlocs. Stitches. Falstad gets out. Stay a while and listen. And that precision thing he nearly killed Falstad. This is a 5 versus 4, by the way, and they're not really winning it. Maybe now they can take it. They're going for Malfurion, but Rexa's coming in from the top after he took the bell tower. Malfurion is gone. So, yep. Malfurion is gone, and there we have our final level 20 talent, making Inky. Yeah, as the Embalmer is ready for Stitches, we got clear out for Zarya. And there's a double altar phase. Ooh. Yep. I mean, altar plus boss wins it for the red team. Double altar wins it for the red team. Pumpkins, and no there that they can take right now. But it seems that the blue team is at least going to get one of them. There's going to be an interrupt. When you have to use a precision barrage to interrupt Murky. Yeah, and then kill Murky, who just walks straight into that bush where he knows Nova is waiting for him. So they go for fall stat, and fall stat turned into fail stat very, very quickly. That's 5 shots. No, it's not 5 shots. It is 5 shots fired. The hook connects, but after the shots are fired, 2 points on the core. Zarya is dead. If they can get another kill, they can go for the boss. Murk is at the bottom of the map. That's definitely not where they need him. They need him up here. Isness about to go back out. The problem is Tyrell is low, and he's not the only one. Rexa is low too, so they have a couple of heroes that don't have a lot of hit points left. If they want to go for the boss, then they gotta hurry on this. And this is the end of... well, they got Kane gets at least a helping hand. But this could be the end of this game. The Murlocs are insanely close of winning map number 2. And the red team is obviously fully aware of what's going to happen here. They know that they have to defend the boss somehow. And they're going for it as we speak. But Sanctification is up. That should be the end of that discussion. With Sanctification up and Tyrell just now coming in and him having his level 13, that should be an easy one. So right now, Stitches is dead. Yes, they take it. They claim the boss. Shots are going to be fired. And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to game number 3 between the Murlocs and the Ogres. GG and well played. The final map, game number 3. We're in the group stage still, and we have our third map coming up. So, let's go. Over on the left side, the Murlocs with Kara playing Varian. We got the Wagman on the Zebo. Wookie on Ana. Mata on Tracer, and Isnes is playing Mei. On the right side, that's where we're gonna get a lot of burn. Sergeant Hader on Stitches this time. We got Ascaria on Reyna. Vazimir on Deckard Kane, Serena on Kelthas, and Kazim on Ragnaros. So, burn it, kill it with fire. And I like it. Hungry for more. That's a Stitches player right there. Make him big, make him fat, make him tanky. Stitches with Hungry for more. High King's Quest for Varian as the main tank? Ah, no, okay. Varian is actually played as the side laner here because we have also Mei. There has actually been a discussion going on for a little bit where people have been asking. I honestly don't know. I went through the rules and I haven't found anything. But every single time when we had a Varian in a side lane position, it seemed that he doesn't take Taunt. Even if you play a side lane Variant, Taunt is still the better option. Even if he's not the main tank, it is the better option. And in this case, you have Nazebo and you have Tracer. So, is there some kind of rule that is not in the official rules, or maybe hidden somewhere where I couldn't find it, that you have to take a different talent on level 4 if you pick Varian, not in the main tank position, but in the side lane position? That could be a thing, because honestly, I've seen so many non-taunt talents now by Variants that were playing on the side lane, that I think the only explanation that makes sense is that that's the case. There has to be an official rule. Nobody in their right mind on a competitive level, even if it's in the amateur leagues, would just consistently pick something else but Taunt. Also, what's happening here? Tracer is dead. Everybody's fighting for a camp. Varian isn't even here. Tracer and Mei are both gone. And not only... Oh, Nazebo also eliminated. That's 3 heroes down on the Murloc side. And it's just nasty. Stacks for Stitches. He's sitting at 6. Kelthas liked all of this as well. And the blue team didn't like it at all, because now they're level behind and they just lost their camp, which is, by the way, still doing damage. They lost 50% of the HP on the 4 tier. What is going on? That's not supposed to happen. Even if you get your camp stolen, you're supposed to deal with it a little bit faster. Nice body block against Kazim at the top. But, yeah, there's the kill. And he makes it. Varian actually makes it. Okay, that was good. That was a good play. That could have been a lot worse for them. But they're able to get the kill in. So that was kind of nice. So, yeah, job well done. Here comes the level 4 talent, and what is Varian now gonna take? Come on, don't disappoint me. If he doesn't pick Taunt, he picks Smash. There has to be a rule there. There has to be a rule that you can't go, so to say, for double tank in this. It's the only explanation. Anything else would just shock me at this point. It's been too consistent. So, they're going for Smash. It's gonna yell a whole lot, and it's gonna try and make that work. Siege Giants at the bottom of the map are already getting mad value here on Dragonshire for the red team. They've essentially destroyed the entire wall, and as we already said earlier, they have also dropped 50% of the HP on the fort thanks to them stealing the Siege Giants of their opponents away. Since they have the numbers advantage at the bot lane, they can easily do that. That also allows them to play a lot more aggressively around those globes. And Nazebo is dead. So now they're getting more and more globes. Stitches is sitting at 13 right now. And, yep. That is maybe even going to be the end of the fort. Probably not quite, but they can do a bit more damage on it. Talking about doing damage, seems like Ragnaros is going to be on the receiving end of quite a bit of it. I think they might have been able to take him down here. That was very close. If Varian moves in, I can only assume that he didn't have any of these cooldowns ready. But yeah, right now 4 kills to 1. We have already Reyna starting to move in. 7 on the board, so here comes the jump and the smash, and down goes Ragnaros. Ragnaros eliminated. If I'm not completely wrong, that's actually a bit of an epic battle in World of Warcraft anyways, so a fitting end for Ragnaros right here. Varian gets his revenge. And talking about revenge, seems like they can take down Varian. Yes, nice! Jimmy! Comes in and they absolutely crush them. So, well done. Now, at the same point down at the bottom of the map, Sergeant Hader, there comes the hook against Anna. Yeah, not quite there. 5 kills to 2. And, yeah, in the meantime, we have in the mid lane also pressure applied to Tracer, who's still holding the lane and the experience for the blue team. But they're really pinned down here. They are currently under enormous amount of pressure, and it's gonna get a bit tricky for them. As always, when you have Nazebo, there is of course the hope for the blue team to get into the late game, if he can stack, and then just use Vital Infection to turn the tides of the battle and the game. But right now, the red team is just doing better. They have Jimmy for continuous auto attack damage. He's certainly not threatened right now. With Jimmy, one of the problems is that he doesn't really have a whole lot of mobility, and that oftentimes plays against him. But there's nobody that can properly jump on him, maybe with the exception of Tracer, and she's been having a bit of a tough time herself. Jimmy's auto attacks aren't really amazing for her either. Then you have Stitches, who's getting more and more hit points, which helps him to survive. Devour obviously procs off the max HP as well, so the more he gets, the better. And in addition to that, he gets the movement speed. So likely we're going to see... Oh, Tracer... Yep, topside dies to the fort. Ragnaros gets out, and Varian is just a moment too late to do anything about it. But it was again the 2 versus 1 situation, which makes it really tricky. So at the bottom of the map, you have 4 here. Oh, well. I mean, Tracer inting a little bit here, and then we also have Khaldor's inting, so I guess the balance has been restored. We now look at level 10 abilities in just a moment for the red team. But if you learned one thing in this series, never trust a team that's in the lead. They will find a way. They will find a way. So, right now, there's the Hyperion! They want this one, but this is a Dragonite, isn't it? That's a Dragonite right there. Yes! Tracer grabs it down at the bottom of the map. They might even lose the fight right now. So, the blue team has momentum all of a sudden. And I just talked about the... escape tools and general mobility of Reyna, and here you see it in action. He's pinned down into a corner, gets surrounded by a zombie wall, and then that's just spelling out the end of it. So, easily taken apart. 6 kills to 4. Here comes the move for Carrot. I mean, every time you think a team is just now establishing a lead, something like this happens. So Varian dies. There's still a Dragonite in the middle, but it's early on as the first objective, so it doesn't do a whole lot. Still, some damage on the fort is better than nothing. Nobody's taken a fort out yet. The red team came close at the bottom left, but they haven't completely obliterated this yet. Nazebo, 67 stacks for him on the baseline, sitting at 70 now. It's not too bad, has completed his level 1 quest too. We get Lava Wave, so more attempts at controlling the map for them now. Given what we have here, I mean, yeah, you can definitely play that. Lava Wave on an amateur level is totally fine, I think. You just should use it really consistently, make sure that you get lane control out of it. So for us, after a good Gorge would have been good too. And they are getting completely attacked here. And boy, all in the choke point. No! Deckard Payne is dead. And that is everybody gone, with the exception of Ragnaros, and he might fall as well. They lost Kelthas, Reyna, Stitches. Now Rag is gone too. It's a 5-man team wipe. 5-man team wipe. Everybody obliterated here. Nazebo gets a massive amount of damage in and kills with this. They just went into the choke point, got completely stomped. Ragnaros wasn't here at the beginning of the fight, and now, of course, the world's their oyster. They're immediately going for the bottom fort, and they're going to get this one easily. Nazebo is dealing with a few of the minion waves in the middle, moves down to the bottom, trying to work, of course, on his stacks. Ragnaros attempting to push this back out, but for Nazebo, the most important thing currently is really just get those stacks going. Stacks, stacks, stacks for the later stages of the game. They have now level 13, they got a lead in experience. So this little interplay, the last two fights, really helped them to, if not get a lead and maybe even get to a point where they can win the game, at least delay it for a long enough time that they have a chance to get Ragnaros into a good, to get Nazebo in a good position. Ragnaros at the top dies again to Varian. Now Deckard Cain dies, and at this point I'm honestly asking myself if they really need Nazebo on level 20, because boy are they murdering the ogres now. Stitches is gonna die now too. That play from May was great, and now they have Jimmy exactly where they need him. And he shouldn't make it out of this either. He shouldn't be able to get away from this. Tracer is moving in, and she is going to walk him down. That's Jimmy gone, and we look at 13 kills to 8. Brutal! Looked great for the ogres at the beginning. Now we have Kelthas and Jimmy on 25,000 damage. Nazebo has 28,000 already, 23,000 for May. And here's the second Dragon Knight for the blue team. They got the first one. Now they locked in the second Dragon Knight right here. And with that are able to break through the middle, take that fort out. And, well, actually Ragnaros delays it quite efficiently with his trade. Down here they're already operating at the wall, and they will take parts of it out at least. Tracer needling Ragnaros a little bit and will take the fort out as well. So, yeah, nicely done. The Dragon Knight has in the meantime moved towards the top. Still able to do some damage there. Even if you just use the Dragon's Breath, you can do a lot of damage to the minion waves that are coming in to the structure. They have the rest of the team at the bottom of the map, so Varian should try and get out of here. Last Dragon's Breath, fine, but now just retreat. And down here, the wall falls in its entirety. Entire wall is gone, and they have level 16 talents to boot. Gives us the banner of Stormwind. We have the Spider Colony. Nazebo at 110 stacks, 4 more levels until he's sitting at 20. And even with Ragnaros just pushing with Lava Wave the lane out, this is still looking good. Here comes Gorge. Hyperion, nice, and a really good choke point for them. But they move past it. May survives. And they're all still fine. They're all fine. There's no level 16 talent for the ogres. They fought this without level 16, and now they're getting punished for it. Or are they? Stitches, low. Ragnaros, low. All of them just barely walking out of this. And the blue team still continues to siege. But they have also the pressure in the middle because of the lava wave that continuously keeps coming in there. So Nazebo should probably make a move towards that lane, if you ask me. They want to have the camp at the bottom of the map. But Nazebo needs also a couple more stacks. They're doing great, but late game is still important here. Camp is already claimed. I have no idea why the red team is fighting. Why is the red team fighting here? Why are they here? They have the camp already. You lost the choke point earlier. Now you lose it again. It's a slaughter. It's a bloodbath. They're getting absolutely murdered. 4 heroes already down. Now they go for Jimmy. And Reyna is dead as well. A second 5-man team wipe. As they are getting absolutely crushed. They went into that choke point without level 16 talents. And the exact same thing happened as earlier. Now we have the first keep falling. And they might have enough to go for the core here. They're trying to. I mean, they can definitely do some damage. I'm not quite sure if they can take the entire thing. 4 seconds for Rak, 8 for Kelthas. I think it's enough. I think they got the damage here. With Nazeebo just dropping the damage over time on them, it's looking fantastic. The Murlocs, ladies and gentlemen, turning this game completely and winning the series in the group stage of the Spin to Win Cup against the Ogres. GG and well played.